Hi, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I am excited. We're already over 100 subscribers. Just to imagine that we started this thing just 2 weeks ago and see where we actually are. Right, you see, like I said, just start. But thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed, that has liked, that has commented, that has shared. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to keep sharing with people that you feel might find this useful. You might not find this useful at this moment because you've passed the level of things that I'm sharing, but there's somebody out there that needs this information, this content, and these ideas that I'm sharing. In fact, you have guys that are just starting their careers that would need this guidance and mentorship to help them make a great leap in their careers. And I just want to encourage you, please keep sharing, keep commenting, and keep liking. My name is Demola Scott. I'm an HR professional for over 7 years. If I think about it, I would say 10 years. Got certified in 2013, and since then I've been around and in the HR space. And I would say that I have over 5 years cumulative experience in talent acquisition, talent management, career coaching. Yes, I currently coach with Abziva in Turkey. Abziva actually helps guys that are in the data science space to transition. And guess what? I have counseled and coached guys from the US, from the UK, from India, from China, all over the world, right? And that's why I think I am able to talk about the things that I'm talking about. So today I'll be talking about what we call the salary negotiation techniques or tips, right? Sometimes one of the questions I've had a lot of people ask me is, what do I say when they ask me that question? What should we offer you? What is your expectation? What are salary expectations? Now, I might not have the perfect answer for every one person, but I have an idea on what you should do. So while I was currently preparing for my GPHR exam, certification exam, I came across with something that I've known before, but it struck a chord with me. And that's the perfect way to negotiate salaries when it comes to job interviews and all of that. Now, so there's what we call two techniques. We call what we call the job content technique and what we call the market pricing technique. Now I'll break them down into simple ideas for you to understand. The job content technique talks about the details or the nitty-gritty of the job. So let's say you are applying for a sales or business development role. Now, when you are evaluating that job, you're looking at the roles, responsibility, the stress involved, the challenges you're going to face, the qualifications, and the requirements that are needed for you to succeed and survive on that job. That's the job content evaluation method. Meaning that you are looking at everything that needs to be taken accounted of when you are going to do that job. Sometimes some jobs requires a master's degree, a certification. Some job requires 10 years experience. Because jobs require you to know have a particular knowledge or have a particular skill or an ability. So that's what we call the job content method of evaluation of jobs. While the other one is called the market pricing evaluation method, meaning that you are looking not just at the job content, right? You're looking at what the market is paying, right? Or what the market is saying that this job deserves to earn in the market, right? So you're comparing competitors, similar organizations, and you're looking at them and you are thinking about what they are currently paying, and that exactly can give you an idea of what you should be asking for when you are negotiating your salary, right, during the interview that you've gone for. So we have two methods. The first one is the job content, meaning that you are looking at everything that is involved in the job. Whereas the market pricing method is the method where you are looking at the similar jobs across different industries and across different companies and what the market, what the companies are paying for that role. So I give an example. So the same sales and business development role, right? You're looking at the oil and gas industry, you're looking at the technology space, you're looking at the financial services space, and you are determining and checking exactly what each person or what each industry is paying for that role, and you are using that to determine what you are going to ask your employers or your proposed employer to pay you for that role. Now I have a particular website, I think I will share it. I think it's salaryskill.com or something like that, that actually tells you about what the skills or what the comparative pricing, across industries. Now, the challenge with that is that it might not be completely accurate, but at least it will give you an idea of what you should be asking. If you go on also Glassdoor, maybe on Indeed, those guys are already collecting data from people that are posting jobs like myself, right, about what they currently would pay for particular roles. And what that means is that they are using that to do a correlation to see exactly what each industry is paying for different roles and what each company is willing to pay for that role. So those are the two simple ways that I think that you can evaluate a job and actually help you make sense of what you should be asking. The job content, meaning that you are looking at it, if I'm going to be doing this job requires me to have 10 years experience, requires me to have certifications, right? And therefore, don't forget, certifications are not easy. Experiences are also not easy, meaning that you've gathered those experiences over a period of time, and therefore you are using that to say that this is what I am actually what. And I know that most times, let me come from this angle also too again, most times when people are making career transitions or maybe they are getting a new job, usually the idea behind it is that you're usually supposed to get something higher than what you're currently earning, right? But the idea is this. Let me break it down. Let me be as real and as simple as what I always tell people. What I will say is this. When you are negotiating your salaries, you must take a couple of things into consideration. The first thing is, are you making a vertical move? Vertical move means, are you moving from a place of low responsibility to a higher? I'll give example. Let's say you're just an HR advisor and you're moving from an HR advisor to becoming an HR manager. Now that is a vertical move, right? It's what we call a lateral move. Lateral move means that you are moving across the same level of responsibility or level of experience or level of job responsibility. Do you understand? So you're moving as an HR advisor from company A and moving to another HR advisor role in company B. That's a lateral move. Then you now have what we call a downward vertical move in my mind, right? Meaning that sometimes there's a reason why you need to make that move, and this is real life. People sometimes have to leave toxic organizations, difficult places to work, or maybe they have a long commute, but they have another job that is closer to their house, right? But will be with lesser pay. Sometimes people make those kind of moves, so it's not always vertical or lateral move. People make downward vertical moves, right? So sometimes that is something that you can also consider when you are negotiating your salaries. The second thing you're going to also consider is the what we call the cost of living at that time. Now, I've had cases where I've interviewed people before and we have agreed an offer, and when something happens, they call me and say, hey, please, these things are currently happening right now. Let's say the price of fuel has gone up. Are you going to review my pay? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be able to review your pay right now because you've agreed a particular pay, but I am going to bring it up when it comes to your appraisal circle for us to do what we call a cost of living adjustment or a salary review. So you're looking at cost of living at the time you are negotiating your salary. The third thing you're also looking at is sometimes the organization that you are going to be moving to. Sometimes some companies can pay way better than what you're currently earning, and I would not want you to shoot yourself in the foot by doing two things. The first one is not overpricing yourself. The other one is not underpricing yourself. What I have seen most times is people underpricing themselves, while what I have also seen is people overpricing themselves, right? So you need to find the balance between both of them and make sure that you have a valid estimation or evaluation of what you're bringing to the table. And the third thing you should look at is when you're negotiating is what you think you're going to be able to bring to the table, the value you're going to be able to bring to the table. I will tell you this for a fact: anybody will pay the best of prices if they know and they believe that you can bring value to the table. So salary negotiations are always easy when you have over interest, when you have done well during your interview and the firm believes that you are the best person for that role. The fourth thing is, don't be desperate. And I understand that people might be in different phases of their careers. Sometimes some people are out of jobs for a while and they want to really get back into the job market. So at that point, they are desperate to get back into the job market, and therefore they might most likely sell themselves short, because at that point they just would not mind to get in. And when they get in, they are now disgruntled because they've seen what other people are earning, and then they are discouraged, right? But of course, you also have to understand where you are in your career. I spoke to somebody about it, somebody that was going to get a job. I said, see, sometimes you are in a difficult place and you just need to get back into the market space, right? So don't over haggle, right? And don't overprice sometimes when you are doing that. After that, you have people that are also moving. Sometimes they want to move not because they really want to move, but because there's a toxic environment and they want to make a lateral move. In that place, show your value, but also understand that you will be paid as well as the value that you think you can bring. And then you have the guys that we call the high potential guys, right? The guys that know their value, they are valuable to every organization, or they have specialized skill sets, and the company will pay anything for it. Now, the cheat or the code is this: always think about what value you are bringing to the table, and not just the money you actually want to make. Now, these salary negotiation techniques, right, are things that I cannot exhaust in this video. So what I will do is that in the next video, I'll be talking about I'll be giving examples, and I'll be talking about the nitty-gritty, or the breaking down exactly how to negotiate the salaries, right? And secondly, talking about the pitfalls to avoid when negotiating salaries for your next interview when you go for that, right? So I think I want to stop here for today, but thank you so much for watching, and I believe that in the upcoming videos you will learn a whole lot. Please don't forget to like, to comment, to share, and to find ways to make people that need this information get it across to them, and make sure that they are learning. Thank you so much once again. My name is Demola Scott, and I would want to say I'm your career coach, but I'm not your career coach. Thank you, and have a wonderful one. Bye for now.